What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another video again on the Extrenta, continuing, well, not really continuing, it's a different topic, that's why I did a new video for this. But there she is, she made it. I was crazy because I was just thinking about like mobbing right before that. I was like, okay, I'll just go real quick and then just send her the address, but she finally made it, caught up just in time. We are taking my new Extrenta to the Maali Motorsports so they can check it out. You know, it's a spicy special bike. Man, the Extrenta is very uncomfortable in traffic. I definitely feel all the pressure on my wrists. I'm very like leaned over. Is that another M1K?
Oh shit,
This bike.
I didn't know, I hadn't seen you on this bike before.
Had to bring her over.
Yeah, I saw it briefly in the video. Nice.
You guys voted that you guys like the audio with the mic unplugged like this, so that is what we're doing. You made it just in time. I was like borderline. I was like, I'm about to dip so I can send you the address. But yeah. So
Connor didn't know who you guys were. He's like, did some random people just pull into the showroom? Charlie.
He's the owner of Maali Motorsports, and I've bought like what, 3 bikes from you guys?
M1K, H2R, HP4.
Race, yeah. 3 bikes from them, and you can see they have a wide selection, so perfect shopping place for your next bike. Okay. I know, the tail. Hopefully I didn't mess it up wearing the backpack.
Looks good. Looks good. It looks a lot better in person.
Yeah.
I felt like in photos it just looked like a normal RC4, but like it's actually.
I don't know about that, bro. What type of photos have you seen?
You know, when you see it in person, you get kind of like appreciate it a little bit more. You know, like one piece. Yeah. This is all one piece.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna take it to the track.
Yeah, you, right. Okay, slow boy, relax.
Well, go take this. Perfect.
If we go to a private like event, then yeah.
Oh my god. We'll rent it out 10 grand just for you.
10 grand?
It's 10 grand to run out of Chekwala.
Oh,
yeah.
the track. I was like, what are you talking about?
We'll have your own session.
No, there is, so with Aprilia,
yeah.
they're doing next year after MotoGP, they're doing like a private Aprilia.
At Coda?
Yeah, at Coda.
Yeah,
so
I want to go to Coda too.
That's the goal for this specifically. And also, you know, thermal?
Yeah.
I want to do thermal. So we can do a thermal session, literally just us.
I think Coda on this would be nice. I know thermal's a little bit smaller, but on Coda.
Yeah, probably take the HP4 race for thermal.
For thermal, yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. Also, what the hell? Since when did they get another M1K? This is the M1K. This is how they should come, you know, with all the carbon. I've never seen that, but you know, that is a lot cheaper, so. Oh, this is 2022. This is literally just like mine. You went to the right ones. I was gonna say, when you get comfortable, if you don't want to go to something crazy, these are some of the best bikes. All of them. This is obviously gonna be like miles faster than these two. This is where I describe it. There's your bike. There is the kind of R7, Aprilia 660, all that, which is a little above, but like comfortable, amazing. It's honestly kind of like almost as much as you need. They're fast enough. Then there's the 600s, like, you know, the R6s, the X6Rs, and all those bikes. And then there's the V2, which is that kind of like a step down from the leader bikes. You know, there's this one. I mean, I hate to put it in the same class, but it's kind of like the Gixxer 750, you know what I mean? Because they're above the 600 level is what I'm trying to say. But obviously V2 is miles ahead of the Gixxer 750. And a few of these bikes, and then finally, of course, you have your leader bikes. And then you should just skip them all and just get the H2 right there, you know what I mean? Just, you're good, you're good. I'm joking.
Yeah, I got YouTube buddy like you.
I'm joking, don't do that. YouTube, I don't know what you're talking about. What YouTube money? I'm broke. I'm broke. All my money goes on my bikes. A lot of spicy stuff here.
Yeah, when I got my Yamaha, I thought I would want to get the R1, but no.
Still an amazing bike. That is a very good potential second bike. You're taller, so you could do an R6. That's the one thing about them. You know, when they're shorter people, I'm like, these are very tall for 600s. Yeah. So, a little 50-50.
No, I think I want to get an Aprilia.
An Aprilia?
Yeah.
I mean, our first ride, it was on my Aprilia. You know, this is kind of like the little sibling of it, especially with this colorway. It's kind of similar, but the black one is so sick too. Especially with these, when you put an exhaust on them, like this one actually comes with a full exhaust. Wow, that's actually crazy. Where are they at? Okay, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I love the matte.
I know. That's kind of makes the purple of mine like look way more sick. But here, sorry boys if you're watching the video, I'm not asking for permission to neutral, but full exhaust system, so I'm curious. Oh my god! Oh, that sounds better than my bike, holy! What the?
Yeah, that's sexy.
That sounds nice.
I like that.
Man, I can't wait to get an exhaust on my thing. That sounded so good, I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked myself. You guys saw her face, my face was her face too. I was literally like, what the hell? Yeah. This is a good one. And it's low miles too and everything. But by the time you're ready, these will be gone. It's riding season, so, you know. How much is this going for? Oh, the exhaust is Two Brothers. That's
That's not that bad.
OG. See, you're the rich one. I'm just messing around. No, it's for an Aprilia, it's a good price. 12K. I mean, I don't know really the price range on all these in general, but they have good prices here. I mean, I got 3 bikes from them, so. And I got, actually, the first bike I got from them is exactly this one, so that's kind of funny.
Let me borrow their bike so I can ride it and see how it feels.
Huh?
I said maybe someone will eventually let me ride their bike so I can see how it feels. 'Cause
An individual,
Hobby.
yeah. Dealerships and all
Yeah.
that, they're usually like, yeah,
I can
no.
give it someone.
Maybe as a girl, I don't know, possibly, you know. But yeah, this is the first bike that I bought from them, actually, identical to this. So it's kind of crazy that they have this again. This is the only other time I've seen it, because like we said, that is just a regular. I didn't know it doesn't. Some of them come without the competition package. So as you guys tell, the rear set, levers, and a ton of carbon. So I thought they come only with a competition package in the US, but clearly you can spec them without. But yeah, as you guys can see, rear sets that we swapped out and a bunch of stuff.
I eat so much over on this. It's crazy. I'm used to almost like sitting straight up on my bike.
Well, yeah, you're going from an R3 to this is a V4S,
Yeah.
so quite a big jump. But you're pretty.
It's not too high either. Sometimes I get on bikes and I can't even find it.
You're still pretty. You look pretty comfortable on it,
Yeah.
so it's not bad.
I like the way this feels.
The Ducati, everyone does. You sit in a Ducati and it's hard to go back. I can't wait to get the new carbon parts from Corsa Carbon on this thing. Don't get me wrong, I like the fluorescent colors and all that, but the one right here, the Pele decal on the windscreen is like too much. Imagine how much cleaner it'll look without that. So Corsa Carbon, I'm gonna get the half carbon, half clear, and we're doing also the full frame cover, swing arm cover, engine covers. So, and it's gonna be all glossy carbon, so to break all the kind of matte carbon. This is the stuff that I like. The best of the best. I see you're a Ducati girl, somewhat gravitating directly to Ducati. You know, maybe a V2 would be your next bike, and who knows? It depends on how crazy you want to go. But with a V2, you're skipping that 600 level too.
I think I'm ready
You know what
for
I mean?
that.
I mean, you could. You seem to be like a safe rider. I noticed that, you know, you don't try to like keep up and do all that. You're doing your
I'm
own thing.
responsible.
You very much are, and all these like newer bikes like the V2 and all, they have a lot of tech. So you could definitely skip to a
That's why
V2.
I got an R3. I wanted a cheaper bike just in case I dropped it or something.
Yeah.
But
Very smart.
you know, all the videos I watched, the responsible people were like, "You're gonna start with something slower, and then you can work up to it. I didn't want to die before I got a nicer bike." And yeah, now I feel comfortable.
Yeah,
So-
smart and responsible. You definitely need more seat time overall, but I'm pretty sure you'll be okay on a V2. Especially if you're doing a newer V2. So these are kind of like the older gen V2. It's a little more rowdy, a little bit, not much more. The newer gens that just came out, like the 2025 Plus, V4s and V2s, are so tame and just smooth. You know what I mean? So it'll be a lot nicer overall feel. I think this is a pretty cool view. All the spicy toys. I don't know why the H2's over there. That should have been right here. How does that Aprilia feel?
That's good. I don't think it's too big.
It's definitely not. Yeah, you're chilling. This is also, if I know you before like you started riding, I probably would tell you to get one of these as your first bike, because then that way you can keep this honestly for like a couple of years and you'll still enjoy it, and then eventually I would say after this you can move up to a liter bike. I feel like that's the most efficient route.
Yeah, I didn't, because I like the canyons way more than just going fast on the highway, but
Yeah.
I can only go 100 on my bike. And
Then this would probably more than enough, honestly. If you just like, smaller canyons and stuff like that, a V2.
But I mean, I want to go faster. I do want to go a little bit faster.
He's like, I want all of it.
Maybe like
This will go
slow
faster.
that.
This will definitely go faster than the R3 by a lot.
I feel like I gained a lot of good experience today too. This was the longest ride I've ever done.
Longest ride you've ever, I mean, yeah, because you rode like an hour and a half to get here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess overall that is a very long ride. I thought it was just like this ride that we did. I was like, that was short. But yeah, coming all the way here and then doing the canyon back and forth and then riding all the way to the dealership. Why are you smirking like that?
I'm trying to close some deals. Trying to close some deals.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're just excited to see me, huh?
Huh? Yeah. What can I say? When you brought the bike, I got so excited.
Yeah, the bike got you excited?
Yeah.
She's spicy, huh? Look at that. Look at that view
It is a nice view.
with all these bikes. Why is the H2 there? Why is it not in the lineup?
So we're taking photos right now. That's why the showroom's a little scattered and stuff
Okay,
like
okay.
that. But come look at
What's up with this thing? Is it being sold still?
No, I mean, we have a couple of inquiries and stuff like that, but it's still available.
Yeah. 50% off. I know Chase. He told me he'll give me 50% off. I'll take it right now.
Done.
Perfect. Yeah, I have my credit already.
Yeah,
Perfect.
your credit,
Perfect.
yeah,
All right, boys.
credit.
New R8 on the channel. I'm not. I still love them, but I'm a Lambo guy. So usually this is the
It's
budget
technically
version.
a Lambo.
The budget version of a Lambo.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
can.
Yeah. Not that far.
But no, it's still an amazing car.
Oh,
Of
it's sick,
course.
dude. He
He did a
great job.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Satin black.
The wheels, the exhaust.
He saw
it's
my
like,
plaid
oh,
and he was like,
yeah.
murder that.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, 50% off, make a deal happen.
I have the top.
I'm messing with you, I'm messing with you. We're doing the carbon frame, so it's
Yep.
gonna be kind of like none of that silver. The swing arm, see this is what I was concerned about because it has that divot.
It's
but
gonna fit. It's
it
gonna fit.
should-
We'll take off.
yeah, it
we'll
should be
take the
good.
exhaust off. You'll probably have to get rid of these.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
The
Yeah.
covers, but
The engine covers for a carbon cover, it'll look way better.
yeah.
And mainly the front windscreen, because I'm not gonna lie, it's not just the decal. I don't mind the colors, especially on the bottom, but this one right here in the front is a little too much in my opinion.
Yeah.
It'll look way cleaner without, especially carbon, and but also because it's so clear and this is plastic, this looks really cheap.
Yeah. I'm
Maybe we'll
surprised.
make
What
this.
is
Maybe we'll make this in carbon.
Shit.
Who's this guy? Didn't recognize him.
What do you think? Honest opinion.
Yeah, honest opinion.
Because at first we didn't think. Because at first I thought the engine was special, but it's the same motor.
Same
Yeah.
motor.
Yeah.
Only throttle is different.
Okay.
Throttle is different?
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
throttle is not same.
Like the throttle,
No, the inside.
the throttle body?
Yeah, throttle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, it's different, not same.
See, we got some difference, yay! So what will that do? What are the advantages?
No, give an honest
Explain.
opinion. Honest opinion from a main tech.
Yeah, radiator it looks so big, showing the change.
Okay.
And still using the old massive cylinder
Mhm.
rear. Too expensive.
Too expensive, honest
paid this
opinion.
one.
Yeah,
Really?
you're not buying this.
Okay, how much is an RZ4? Let's say 25, right?
25, yeah.
25. And then this is going for 80. So what's the price difference there?
55.
55. Let's break it down. A full carbon kind of painted body with all of that. That will run you at least 15 to 20. What? What is that? Why are you laughing at that?
20 grand for some body work?
Bro, a full carbon painted?
20 grand though? No, because you could get like, no, not 20 grand. It's different because obviously the R&D for limited amount of pieces, I understand why they're charging more, but
Yeah.
I mean like, for example, on Steve's V4R, that was race body work.
Yeah, but
full,
that-
full thing.
That
and that's
carbon is
$5 grand.
way different than that.
That's
This is
for Corona.
Italian, brother. And it's not just that. It's the fact that like for example like my V4R,
Electronic same, you know that?
The electronics is the
All
same. What do you mean?
electronic is same.
I mean, if
The-
anything, you have less electronics because you don't have the electronic suspension.
Yeah. So the V4R, the Ellenberger bodywork, that ran me way over 10.
Really?
Think about it. Do a full.
Dude, I would go to Corsa Carbon, and I would get full carbon bodywork. For
Now I can do that. Back at the time,
Yeah.
I didn't have Corsa Carbon. So you know what I mean? The OEM
now
carbon.
Corsa Carbon.
The OEM
Okay,
carbon.
call it 15. Okay, call it 15.
Okay,
You're at 40.
15.
Okay, you got 40.
The thing is, dude, like a paint job though, like costs so much money. Like a good paint job, you know that. So that's fine. Let's call that 15. So now we're at 40. GP MSs,
2 Gs.
calipers alone.
What are these? The GP4s?
The MSs, yeah.
Okay. What are those? 25, I think.
I thought these were like 4. So anyway, let's just say for all the brake, because we have floating rotors as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see the T drive right here?
Yeah, I see it. Usually
So-
they kind of like move a little bit.
They do. You don't feel it? You can hear it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You just,
I'm just weak.
yeah, man, what the hell? Anyways, let's just say for the entire brake upgrade setup, we'll call it at 5.
5,000 Simon, you giving them 5?
Wait, with the rear and the rotors?
Yeah, with the rotors and the master cylinder and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, are you high, bro?
Bro, call it 6. Call it 7.
We'll call it 6 with the Masters. How about that?
Okay.
This is the billet one. This Master is the one on the M1K.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Bonamici clip. I mean, sorry, Spider. $2,000 in Spider.
Okay,
His
so
engine case,
that's
rear
6 plus 2 with all the Spider stuff. I mean, no, rear sets alone are probably over $1,000.
No, not from Spider.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're like 700.
Okay.
I looked at.
So what would you give it total for all the,
the Spider?
extra, like the Spider?
Okay, just call it 3. We'll round it up. We'll call it.
Okay, 3
Gas
plus
cap's
6.
like 200. That's like 800.
Okay, so we're at 9. Let's call the race buttons. Add it to
Domino. Who makes these?
that. I don't even know. It says right there.
Jet Prime. I mean,
Okay.
not Domino. Sorry, Superbike makes. Okay, so Jet Prime. Call it 250, 300, or actually maybe 300. Okay, call it 600.
Okay, so let's just say total then 10 for all the brake setup and all the extra accessories.
Okay.
So what are we at? We're at 30K left, right?
Yeah.
30K. We have a full exhaust system. Full titanium SC exhaust system.
Yeah.
So how much is that? 25?
35.
35? Oh, for once I gave it lower.
Yeah.
35
or 36.
A tune for a bike, because it comes obviously with a tune. Usually that's like 1,000 to
Yeah, we
1,500.
go to BT Moto.
We'll call it 1,500 for
Okay.
a tune.
Stage 2.
So exhaust with that's 5K right there, right? 5K for the exhaust and
So I
setup.
think you have 25K for Masters.
25.
Right? Yeah, 25 left.
Forks.
Forks?
These are not the regular forks, right?
I know, but then you can't.
We
because
don't
then,
need a chain using the L.
well, because it's Olin's on the factory, you get Olin's too. You know what
But
I mean?
it's kind of like
you
the
can't
Super
really.
Leg, like the V4R and the Super Leg forks. You know what I mean?
get what you're. I get what you're saying. I mean, if you want to count forks, because then you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're saying we don't count forks?
Huh? I don't count forks now.
Really?
Because in the
I-
factory, in the factory in that 25K price, you're buying the upgraded. That's
This
what the
one
factory
almost
is.
same, you know that?
Almost.
Almost.
But
Only
see, when you get that
this
high
one
end,
is
almost makes a
medium.
difference.
Only the top is different.
Oh, the bottom, everything's.
Yeah.
The internals are the same?
You looked into this, or how do you know? Damn.
So the internals of the
Because
forks.
You spend a lot of money. What is the difference? I try to find out.
Hey, in most of your YouTube videos, you go to other dealers and you're like, oh my god, cool, bro. You come here and then
No,
we're getting into
we're trying to
specifications
break
and we're
it
like,
down.
yeah, bro,
We're-
you gotta fucking.
Listen, we're trying to make it make sense, okay? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Oh, big one right here, $6,000, forged magnesium wheels. Those are 6,500.
What are they? Cast magnesium on the factory? Yeah, cast magnesium still.
It's not magnesium.
Cast magnesium.
It's not mag.
It's not mag?
It's not mag. There's
What
no
is
way.
it?
Probably aluminum.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Magnesium, sometimes it's the difference. Magnesium and aluminum mix.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did that. I know they're not mag wheels. I'm pretty sure I've asked
not
about them when I
yeah?
had. Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually they're. I don't know about the new ones, but I'm pretty sure like mine, the one I sold to. Pretty sure those are cast wheels.
Those are cast.
Because you can tell from the paint, you know, when it looks like kind of more rugged.
Yeah.
But That's
No, it's still a good bike for the
so.
exclusivity and
No,
stuff.
no, we're
like-
trying to justify the price. We're trying to, you know.
I don't think you could justify 80 grand.
No, no. What do you mean? We're already down to like
Well, no,
25.
like if you compare
25,
it to, like,
right?
I'm
Yeah.
comparing it so everyone understands my point. I'm comparing it to the HP4 race. You know?
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, what was MSRP on that? 82? Okay,
Yeah.
adjusted for inflation because that bike came out in 2018. Call
Yeah.
it 90 grand, 100 grand. So for 10 grand more, give or
Yeah,
take.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, like, what do you get on that compared to this?
You definitely.
Dude,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a day and night. That's where I could. This is
That
not a bad
I
bike, but
agree. I'm
can-
agreeing
you know
with
what
that.
I mean? I just
you know,
feel like
But like for that bike, BMW says it costs them 200K for those bikes. So they're already losing money on the HP4
Yeah,
races.
yeah.
Per bike it was 200K and they sold it for 80 at the time.
Yeah.
That's still, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they are. You already know you're getting
But
too
no,
much
it's, I
value.
feel like when you're at that, it has to be special. You know, like the HP. I think I would argue the HP4 race is probably the most unique bike you have, like the most special in terms of like
I would.
what is
yeah.
actually in there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously the full carbon frame,
Dude,
the
carbon frame.
the
like,
Suiter
bro, what the
swing
fuck?
arm.
What
It's a
is-
different engine.
Suiter- that's what I'm saying.
Special edition, not special.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think if you're building the brand new engine, yeah.
Yeah.
still
Hey, we have
same.
the throttle body. We didn't add that.
Yeah.
Throttle body is so easy.
So easy for you because this is what you do. Anyway, so we're at 25. The wheels are at like 65. So we'll just call it at like slightly under 20, like at 19 or so.
Okay.
And what else? Am I missing something?
That's pretty much the main stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main stuff. You said if there's the throttle body and like the radiator and all that,
Radiator.
if those are different, even we'll
The radiator
calculate.
is different though, yeah?
Yeah,
It's bigger. Yeah, because these low-key need it. These bikes run
Yeah.
hella hot too. So especially
Yeah.
if it's a track bike, bro, this thing's probably gonna fucking...
So see, radiators are expensive and all that. We'll just call it at 15 then.
Okay.
So I'm
Oil
paying
too.
15 extra.
Oil cooler too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just say that I'm paying an extra 15.
25 maximum.
What?
If you building the setup is maximum 25 you spend.
25, you could get something similar?
Yeah.
So
Nah.
you're telling so if someone brings you an RSP4 with $25,000, you could do something similar.
Yeah.
That would be a nice challenge.
I
That
would
be
like to see
sick.
that
That would actually
challenge.
be really dope. Is like someone with an
And you
RSP4.
know what? I maybe made it a way better now.
Really?
Oh, big boy.
Yeah.
Dude, that would actually be a pretty dope challenge. We'll get the carbon from Corsa, get a custom paint job,
Yeah.
and we'll compare. It's like,
Bro,
you know?
I don't think you know how expensive a paint job is. You know my side fairings on the V4R, just the side fairings were 3,500.
That's because you got ripped off.
No, I didn't. That's if you take it to a good paint like place. I got it done in Italy because I wanted to
There's
be
some
like
good paint
OEM.
shops here.
Huh?
There's some good. There's.
They're used to chop shop around here, you know.
No, there's some actually good paint shops here. Like I know a couple guys that get like the classic cars painted, like the candy paint.
But like OEM,
Huh?
OEM look and stuff. That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
to be honest, I would argue some of OEM stuff, like from Aprilia, we bought some OEM fairings for Jimmy's bike. There's a
Yeah.
lot of orange peel from factory. Don't think like, even like Ferrari. Have you seen their OEM paint?
No.
It's terrible. Like there's
Yeah, I've
videos
heard about
so
Ferrari,
Don't
actually.
think like just because it's like in Italy, like the. But I'm saying like we could get it done. You don't have
And
to go to like, next time. Just
How
come
much
here.
would it be, for example, to paint a full bike? Like you do a custom paint job.
Okay,
kinda
well,
like
this is
that.
a multi-stage paint, meaning they have to mask it off,
Yeah.
hit it again, mask it off, hit it again. The beauty is this is all like multiple pieces, so definitely a couple grand. It's not cheap. It's not going to be like a couple $100. It's definitely a couple grand.
couple grand. You mean like 2,000-3,000?
No, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. I was
But
thinking.
I don't know too much. I don't want to quote you on anything, but I'd probably say if you gave me these fairings, I would go to
Yeah.
a legit shop and you'd probably say, because it's not that much paint. It's not like a fucking car. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a couple pieces.
I think it's the work. It's not really
it's the work.
material.
Yeah, I'd probably say
And can't forget the satin
5,
finish.
6, 7,
Okay.
somewhere around there. I'd say is reasonable. You know,
Yeah.
if you want, Simon could paint it too. We'll just get some.
We'll keep you as a tech, buddy. We'll keep you as a tech.
We'll put some tape on there.
We'll do it on the H2. The H2 that you guys got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can paint that. We'll do a custom paint job on the H2.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll test it out.
Yeah, maybe.
You trust him so much, you know what I mean? You gotta make the Maali bike.
Well, no. We're talking about if you were to bring an RSV4 to him.
Yeah.
25 grand. He says he could build it better.
I call cap.
I
Do
actually- Bro, 25 grand is a lot of money.
It's
It's
yeah,
a
but
lot.
I've built a good amount of bikes at this point. I have my M1K, my V4R, I have the H2R, bro.
Yeah.
It adds up so quick, and you know that.
No, I know. Yeah, we
Doing a full build,
We do that
25K. I mean, granted, you're doing all the labor, so labor is taken off.
labor's a big chunk too.
That's a big chunk, of course.
Well.
Like on my V4R, I did a lot of the work, but still, like whenever I did, for example, the full exhaust system on the V4R, that's alone is like a $2,000 job or something like that. So
Yeah, so
yeah, I'm
we'll
talking.
come up with our rules. We'll make rules.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
make rules. Like, yo,
That'll
this
be a
is
good challenge.
That's a challenge. That,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that's actually a pretty fun idea.
But see, even then, let's say
Like build
the bike is like, because the actual MSRP on them is like what, 28 or so. We're talking used, they go for probably 25.
No, I mean, I've seen some dealers discount them, but I guess if you call it used, and
Yeah,
then you
the-
had freight,
the
and setup
MSRP,
and shit like that,
yeah.
30. You're over 30.
So 30 plus 25, you're at 55. So we're out 25 pretty much on this one. I calculated based on the parts and all of that, an extra 10K. So we're not too far off technically, but an extra 10K. So I'm technically down as value, probably like 15K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
no, I mean-
assuming this,
then
assuming
if you
you
add
get
up
it for the 80
yeah,
MSRP,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like obviously I got a little spicy deal. So
You got to do a little something
yeah, a little spicy deal.
behind the scene.
Yeah, behind the scenes. Glock 10,000.
But no, it's a nice bike. Like from
Yeah.
the
Don't
from
forget,
a limited standpoint, like
Oh, don't forget it came with like a stand, it came with a mat, it came with
okay,
a bunch of extra
good
stuff.
Job. You did
I'm just
great.
saying,
Yeah,
I'm just
good
saying.
job.
You know, it comes with a paint match stand, that's cool. You can't say no. You know what I mean? Even if it's only $500, it's still cool,
Yeah, no, it's dope. Yeah.
you know? And there's only 100 in the world, so you're always
That's what I'm saying. So no, that's what I was trying to
for the
say. Is
coup-
like from the limited factor.
Yeah.
Point, yeah, it's dope. It's super cool. You know. It's just because we just sold you the HP4. I'm comparing everything. Had you never bought that, then I'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, no, the HP4 is just different. But I would say I took this to the Canyon, and this is like a million times more refined. The HP4 is like just a rowdy. It's a lot. You know what I mean? This one I can definitely. I just from that little like taste, I can definitely put better lap times on this than the HP4.
Yeah. Do you
So-
think if we go to the track, you'll be quicker than me?
On this,
Yeah.
if I can push it, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm trying to like mob,
We go to Chuckwalla. The
you,
one we went to.
no,
last
we need to
time.
go to a different track. Not a track you're like a rat and have been to like 10 times. A new track neither of us have been to.
Button Willow. I haven't gone to Button Willow.
I'm down. I haven't done it either actually.
Okay.
See, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
And we'll take our bikes. I'll probably take either my M1000 or my R1M because those are the bikes
Oh, you gotta take this. So that's the whole.
I can't push this. You know what I mean?
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Just go and have fun. When you're not racing for medals. That's what I keep saying.
No,
you and,
but
you
still.
and Simon are the same way. You guys think. You guys are
You
the
need,
slow.
if you're going to track, you need a push.
Exactly.
Okay, push
See?
to it. Okay, but like push to where I can still go home and walk the next day. I'm not racing.
Well,
for
obviously that's the idea, but when you push, you never know what's gonna happen. Good. How are you?
We're talking about tracks.
Sure, nice to meet you.
Come on, bro.
How you doing?
Good.
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about tracks. Like him and
What do you
Simon
think?
they have to like push out the track, like push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two fools.
Once you go to once it's put eat shit on
Yeah,
the track,
you're gonna
then
eat
learn
shit
his
and-
lesson.
Okay, listen, I ate shit, but I still like doing that. Like that's the whole point of the track. Look at Marc Marquez, bro. He crashes like every other race
know
because he's
Mark Marquez is
pushing.
probably getting $30-40 million a year. He has crazy sponsors.
But he doesn't have to crash. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to push that far where he goes down.
It's different though.
Same
'cause
thing.
It's like he's fighting for a title. It's different versus a regular.
No, I don't think
everyday
it's that. I think he's been like, it's a mentality thing. It's not like why you're doing it.
Think
Yeah.
about this.
You know what I
If
mean?
you not push your limit, you never learn.
Simon, you're the
You
slowest
never
one
learn.
here.
This
You're
was-
You're the slowest
I'm not saying
one.
anything.
See, now we need.
Simon, and you're on the floor in the fucking ambulance.
Hey, clip this, and so when we go to the track,
Yeah, save this. And
We're doing our little competition now.
The camera is showing the everything else.
okay, we'll see the slow guy.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, but probably in around like September, October, because right now
I'm down.
It's
It's
too
too
hot.
hot. It's too hot for sure.
So it'll cool down a little bit. We'll get all
Yeah.
of our bikes prepped up, ready to go, and then we'll start going more consistent.
I'm down.
Still have the overheat problem.
What overheat problem?
The all Aprilia have the overheat problem. This bike has the have or not?
What? I don't know the problem.
So
The
with
overheat.
ours V4s, they run very hot.
This one does too. That's why I added a fan because
Yeah,
it comes
yeah,
with no fans.
Well, this one's different because it's no fans.
Yeah, you need to push the limit.
You need to push the limit.
It's sexy. I like it. I like the. I'm not gonna lie. The purple is
The
fire.
purple's hard.
That's
The
fire.
purple
it's
is
like a
hard.
matte purple too, like a satin.
That's factory purple.
Yeah.
What do you think? Listen, he knows nothing about bikes. What do you think this bike is worth? Like, look at all the bikes. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this. What's what brand is it? What is it? Ducati? What is it?
It's an Aprilia. It's an Italian brand.
Hey, I don't know. See, I don't know anything about that.
It's an Aprilia, Italian brand.
Do you know what Aprilia? Have you heard of Aprilia?
Okay, at least. Okay, where does Aprilia rank within Ducati, BMW? Where is it ranked? Is it the same?
It's. I would say Ducati is number 1.
Okay.
So I'll admit that, but
Okay.
it's up there. You know what I mean?
It's top 3 in the year.
Yeah, I would say top 3. Yeah.
Who bike is this? It's his.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know, you don't.
Just
I don't
what
want
do
to
you-
say anything.
No. Be. I want you to be honest.
It's an honest opinion.
What am I comparing here? This?
Okay,
between
these bikes right here.
Between
Look at-
all of these,
No, just do these ones. Just do these.
These three right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
V4R, M1000, and this.
the Extrenta.
Like you want me to put like 1 to 3 or what?
Sure, yeah,
What do you
rank
think is the
them.
most expensive? Like just looking at
Okay,
it.
hold on.
If you want, you can go ride it too.
Okay. I don't want to die. Between that Ducati and this one.
Okay.
Am I right?
So far,
So far,
yeah, you're right.
Choose.
Just the way this looks, like aerodynamically, like
Aerodynamics. This big fool this video.
this.
Okay. All right. You're right. This is the most expensive. Now I'm gonna do a follow-up question. V4 what? 45 grand?
But is this
If that's 50.
50?
Yeah. M1000 is what? 45 brand new, somewhere around there?
Yeah,
45. So 45, 50. What is this?
Well, this is a race bike, right? There's
Yeah.
like where,
Yeah.
where the
No
like,
lights.
These have no lights.
No lights. Should I help him look at something?
Yeah, let me see.
I think this adds to it.
Okay,
Just look at this. I'm not gonna say anything, but look at this. Right here, the plaque.
Oh, 60 out of 100. That doesn't have a plaque, does it? It does. Out of what?
363.
Oh, that means there's a lot. Yeah, no, I think so. That's 50. I would think this is like 65, 70.
Okay, you're
I'll
close.
take. I'll
Am
take
I
it. That's close.
Yeah,
That's
you're
close.
close.
It's
Okay.
80.
Okay.
That's close. We'll take it. He gave it 70.
That's what I'm saying. See, 80,000 for a
Fuck
motor.
is this? A Lamborghini bike? God, what the fuck?
That is crazy. $80,000.
Because I remember they were telling me like 40K is like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, the heavy
Yeah.
hitter bikes like 40. Yeah, that's
then,
what
like-
we're literally. That's what this whole discussion is about. We're trying to justify
The
Are
value
you
of
selling
this.
it or what?
No, hell no.
You just got it?
Yeah, I put like 300 miles on it or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're just trying to see the value in it, you know what I mean?
Barney's bike on steroids.
Barney's bike on steroids, yeah. I'll take it. Are you excited for all the Corsa Carbon stuff? We're getting the windscreen, the frame, the swing arm, the engine covers.
Oh, you for this bike?
We're going dry
Carbon.
carbon, right?
Huh?
Dry?
No, wet.
Wet.
Wet,
Want to
glossy.
mix it?
Yeah, bro, because look, this is shiny. I feel like if I do dry, it'll like blend into the bike. You want it to pop a little bit.
Okay. Oh, for the frame covers, you mean?
Yeah, for all of it.
Where's this sprocket cover?
It doesn't come with one.
You take that?
Oh, no, it doesn't come with one. Race bike, brother.
Where the front cool how this is? Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is here.
No, that's why we're getting the one from Corsa Carbon, the carbon cover.
The one piece.
Yep, the one piece. But I might also change the sprocket setup.
In the videos, it doesn't look as good as in person. Like the finish, like all
I
the
know.
different colors and everything. Like it's
It pops, right?
It
It
pops.
has aura. That's what I always say.
Bro, this bike looks like shit. Who's is that?
Says the one wearing purple.
It's your bike, fool.
Yeah.
Hey, Loki, that shit was yellow.
Yellow? No,
Purple
bro.
is, you don't really see purple bikes.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I guess I
You
just like
gotta get some.
I don't like yellow. That's why I was like, no.
Really? No?
But also, I never thought I would get a purple bike. That's very out there. I'm usually like neutral colors.
I like the color contrast.
Yeah.
The white.
They definitely killed it with the
The
paint
white
job.
is sick.
Purple's fire. Don't get me wrong.
And my plan is, because these are magnesium wheels, we'll probably paint the wheels kind of match. I'm thinking do the rear purple and the front white.
Like same finish satin? Like a satin finish or what? Or
Probably,
gloss?
yeah, no, satin.
That looks sick. Fuck, that's a good
Is this
idea.
like a racing one too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
track bike.
Are you gonna track it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just planning to go to Coda next year after MotoGP, Aprilia's private track day setup session. I will not risk some idiot running into me on this thing.
Brake light too.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
It's literally
Yeah.
a trike bike. How fast does this thing go?
So far, it did 199, but I'm still doing the braking miles on it. I want to brake her in properly.
Engine brand new. Try it slow.
Well, they say the braking miles are 180 miles only to break it in. So I'm like at 300 miles now, but I still want to do the first service because I've noticed most of my bikes when I get them new at 1,000 miles, that's when the bike feels really good. It's like all broken in and
Do it
tight.
like 2 times. After 2 times change the oil, after push.
Okay.
Way better.
Too late. Already did 199. Already redlined it.
I watched the first video. You
Killing the fucking bike or what?
killing that.
Nah. That's how you properly break it in.
You
Who's the
break it.
999?
Like,
Where's it from?
Aprilia.
Italy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, getting parts for this thing. I've been waiting for a new exhaust for like 2 months now, ever since I got it.
Even the regular ones, dude, it takes like almost 6 months like to get fairings for it. They don't have them in stock. So hopefully, you know, you never need to get even. I don't even think they probably won't even sell you the fairings, huh?
Nah. I mean, probably they would sell it for me because I have this, but they wouldn't sell it to someone that doesn't have this.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
yeah.
the H2R. They don't sell H2R parts unless you have an H2R.
Oh yeah, to like show them you own it.
Yeah.
That's sick. Man.
But yeah, I mean, even me, honestly, personally, like if I see all of them, price aside, I would have to like pick this one out of this
Yeah,
collection.
it looks the
But
craziest.
if price is included, I would probably go for honestly the V4R.
Yeah.
Because that bike is still so sick. You know what I mean? The way it rides and everything. Yeah.
The sound too, just like the looks of
Okay,
it
the
too.
sound is gonna be. This does have the undertail. Can we start it?
Yeah. Go for it.
Because this is a $10,000 exhaust on this thing.
It comes with it?
No, it's
But
added. No baffles. Oh my god, the fumes burned my eye right away. Holy. Spicy. But when we get this exhaust, I'll bring this back.
Which one,
I'll-
the GP, the 22?
Yeah.
Doing the GP?
Yeah, that's gonna be insane. And we should do a video where, I'm not gonna lie, this is sick, but we need a super leg. We need a super leg, we need this, and I'll bring the Super Veloce, the Italian Trinity.
What are we gonna do?
Rev 'em, I don't know.
Rebel. Why don't we ride them?
Do you even ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
No R1s or what?
No offense, different caliber.
R1M though, I feel like is you can put the R1M up there. No.
No. 230 horsepower.
It's a rider though.
I mean, I'd be curious to see, like, you know, R1M dialed and this one dialed, the same skill rider, like, you know, someone high up,
It's high up to see.
someone that races professionally,
Yeah.
and then see him go head and head.
That's the
That'd
only
be
thing
interesting.
I wish with the R1s they would do. I wish like the M was like an engine upgrade. It's kind of like stupid that's.
They do have titanium internals, no, don't they?
Yeah.
But the regular ones do too, though. The M, like I did
What?
deep research, yeah. So R1S has steel internals. R1 to R1M, it's the exact same. Nothing's different. The only thing that's different is obviously the carbon fiber, the frame.
Are you
the
sure about that?
suspension.
Because
Yeah.
All
Okay.
those engines look same.
It's to say he even opened up the.
That's what I was like,
R1M.
if you opened it up.
R1M and R1S, same.
not the S, you mean the regular R1.
No, I opened the S.
The S, well, that's what I told you. The connecting rods are, I think it's steel on the S.
Yeah, the S
On
is
the
definitely
M,
not the
it's
same.
titanium, yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Well,
little-
nah, that's very.
No, it's a big difference.
Look,
No, no, no.
I used the R1M, the cylinder head, I put into R1S.
Okay,
But
that's
the
one
the
part.
rods are
The
different.
That's
only
one
rod
part.
is different. I say this one.
It would be nice if they did like a 200 horsepower to kind of compete with these.
Well, the R1M is 200 horsepower.
I mean, like to the wheel though, like you know, higher.
Oh, like
higher. So
yeah,
it's
like
something that's what,
220,
Kind of
215.
like what the
That's what I
fire,
mean.
the Triple R did.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
ported it out, bigger, higher compression.
It'll be
Kind of like
nice
a
if they-
Fireblade version of the R1.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Because it's what to the wheel, it's what 180, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
170,
yeah.
180.
No,
180.
tuned, mine did 187.
187.
That's
But
exhaust
the
tune and
bodies
everything.
are 200, right?
Yeah,
You tune them and
my
stuff.
V4 did pretty much a little over 200. It ranges different dynos and all. At first, my V4 did like 207 or something like that, and then the most recent one we did was like, I think 200 or 202, something like that to the wheel.
Did you put a discount on the dyno yet?
No,
No.
I'd be very curious to see how much this
Yeah,
thing
I'll be
makes.
curious to see what it pushes.
Yeah,
If
maybe
it's like
before.
track only, it's all opened up and everything.
It is, but always the stock tunes, like the H2R, we put on the dyno, and after the tuning, because my H2R is tuned, we made an extra 25 to the wheel.
Really? So the stock tune is no good even on.
It's good.
full
It's safe.
track? Yeah.
It's just safe.
It's safe,
Safe,
ganja.
yeah.
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 So, because when I did the tune on the HRA, it was like, don't open it up for like multiple minutes wide open.
Okay.
So,
Because it's dangerous. Because it's that.
yeah, yeah.
What about the HP4, the race? Did you tune
That
or you
bike
left the
feels
stock?
amazing. Could definitely tune it, but so far, you know, I'm just left as is. There's other bikes that I actually need to tune, like the Super Veloce, because it has headers and all.
Okay.
So if we have time, ideally, I would like to tune everything, but you know, don't have as much time with
I forgot
BT
you
Moto.
have the Super Veloce.
Yeah. No, that bike is. I haven't brought it here, huh?
No.
I should have. That's
I think
crazy.
I've only seen it on.
I've brought this one, but not the other one.
Yeah.
I
Well,
should
this
have
one-
done
yeah,
that
This one,
actually.
it was good to bring that about. You always like posted about it and stuff, and you just got it. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll end this video here. It was already very long. We did some bike shopping, and she's like way over it.
Oh, you're good.